Okay, thank you very much. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Fredrik Nikolajeff from Uppsala in Sweden. And what I would like to briefly inform you about is an ongoing center, multidisciplinary center that we are running since 3 years in Uppsala. And as you can read, it's a collaboration between both academia, hospitals, and industry with the relevance for neuroscience. Let's see if I can get this to work. Okay, so the vision that we have is that people suffering currently from Alzheimer's disease and chronic pain, these are the two main focus areas for the center, will be much earlier diagnosed than currently today, and also be prescribed a therapy which currently does not exist, so they can continue to live with a high quality of life. More concrete for our center is that we are aiming for finding prognostic biomarkers, and these can be, of course, genetic biomarkers, but we are particularly looking for protein peptides that are involved in the pathogenic processes of these diseases, and using these biomarkers both for the prognosis of the diseases and also for the early diagnosis. I mean, in the long term, of course, the pharma industry would like to have these for patient profiling and so on. So looking at our center, we are based in Uppsala. We are running over 3 different faculties, the technology, natural science faculty, the pharma faculty, and the medical faculty. And it involves around 9 departments. The university hospital, which is one of the major hospitals in Sweden, and also currently 9 companies, including AstraZeneca and GE Healthcare, also some startup companies in Sweden. As you will see on the next slide, I think, there are 3 main projects. And so we have project leaders, we support young researchers. In total, there are about some 60 plus researchers that collaborate in these different tasks. An annual turnover of around 3 million euros, only coming from Sweden at this point. And also important is that the IP is regulated by a consortium agreement. So because in Sweden, I don't know if you know about this, but we have the so-called teacher's exemption, that is that the researchers themselves own the rights, so we have to regulate that. As you can see here, to the right here, we are supported by the Swedish Research Council and also the Swedish Agency for Innovation Systems. So I think we are lucky enough to have both of these because they have slightly different focus, basic science and more applied science. Also, a little bit unique for this support is that we have 10 years if we fulfill all their goals, which is not so usual, at least not in academia, to have this long-term financial support. So we can actually take some high risks, and that's what we also support from the researchers. So how does this work? Well, if you look at this picture, maybe it gives you a little bit better idea what we actually do. We start from the medical needs. We have 2 team leaders here, both are medical doctors at the university hospital, one from the Alzheimer area and one from the chronic pain. So they tell us, based on their clinical experience, what are the current needs. And of course that can be different because Alzheimer's is a little bit more mature than chronic pain. But in both of these cases, we are looking for patterns of proteins related for the pathogenic processes. Under these team leaders, we have a full support here of research teams at the university involved in, for instance, sample taking, finding relevant binders, protein binders, novel and more sensitive detection techniques, and as you can see, also biomarker discovery. Thank you. And of course, one of the aim is to spin off this both to industry and also to the hospital healthcare. So what we are currently looking for, and the reason I'm here, is that we would like to find strong partners within Europe to look for calls like the Initial Training Networks, Marie Curie Foundation, NanomedTV. There hasn't been a health call from the European Institute of Technology yet, but there will be one, and probably with relevance for neuroscience. and of course also other relevant calls. So please go to the website and contact me if you're interested. Thank you.
Thank you very much.